So for the garment business, how to start a clothing line in Nigeria, understanding fabric types and their uses. So you can see these are topics, these are things that you can begin to build posts. Now this type of content, right, can be blog posts, like I said. It can be short videos, like I said. It can be carousels or even infographics. All right. Okay. Awesome. Thank you, Kelechi. Um. So, and it can be infographics, and I've already explained what blog posts are. You already know what videos content look like. So I don't think I've explained what a carousel post or content look like. So a carousel content, right, is a series of image posts. Image post. Okay. So for instance, you if you say five common mistakes first time home buyers make, for instance. So and like I said, it's a series of image posts that is posted in one post or posted as one content. So and it can be used on mostly on Instagram. Instagram is built for carousel posts. So so maybe the first image or the first image, what's written on it is the title of the content that says five common mistakes first time home buyers make. Then then to one of the things you can do to make people see all the images, you can now add to say the last one will blow your mind. Do you get? So these are ways you can make people quickly want to see the last information or last picture or image on in that carousel. So you can say the last one will blow your mind. So now the one so the way it happens, the way it is that a carousel post, right, is use of content. So once the person sees one, the person has to swipe to see the next, swipe to the next, swipe to the next. So those kind of posts are what we call carousel posts. So they have to swipe to see the next. All right. So the first one is your title. Second one can now start listing those mistakes and just a small. The first one, the mistake may be um, you do not. Maybe the first one is that you do not do your research. You can now put a short explanation under a very short. Usually short nuggets or snippets. All right. So and then you do that for maybe you just want to make it five carousel posts. Or the highest you can take is 10 at a time. So you can do that. But usually so you say five, between five and six. So that people have short attention span. They don't have time to be viewing a lot of things and wasting time on one thing. So make it as short as possible. So so that's a carousel post. I believe we all know the carousel post. I believe we've seen it somewhere one way or the other. Okay. Then then the next thing, do you have any question here? If not, I'll move on. The next thing, the next we're talking about now is the hub content. Hub content. All right. So the goal or the hub content, like I said, is for engagement. Is to help you build community. Is to tell your brand story. Okay, and this is usually a weekly type of content. Unlike the help content, that is more frequent. This also is also a bit frequent, but not as much as the help content. Okay. So what this keeps your audience coming back. That's the idea of this. It keeps your audience coming back because it's for engagement, is for is to tell your brand story, is to help to build a community around your business. So for instance, real estate developer, so you could give a project progress updates as content. You know, see how this duplex went from block to beauty. That could be the title of your content. So you can even introduce your team, meet our in-house architect Tolu. So just do a short profile or bio on Tolu. That could be also, so like I said, it's for engagement. It's also tell your brand story. Your brand story, and then to build community around your brand. So for Eat and Smile Foods, you can post staff birthdays, packaging days, or the days that you package your menus, or you can post it something like guest today's menu, a game type of game like that says guest today's menu. And your customers can also give a shout out or a feedback video that you can post on your social media platforms. For the web designer, your website of the week breakdown or behind the scenes of a design process. For clothes and garment factory, from sketch to stitch process video, you know, or daily operations or factory live snippets. Now, why some of these content are really important is because they are human and they are relatable. There's something I've been brooding in my mind. I've been thinking about it. When they say AI is creating content up and down, AI is really changing things. I get that. I understand that AI can do crazy things, can create video content for you without you breaking a sweat, can do all manner of creative things. But if there's one thing I know about humans is that we still value what is real, original, natural, and human. Okay? That is why if you put up a content like your daily operations or factory live snippet, it's always going to catch people's attention because they want to see the realness, the humanness about your business. So it's always going to be relatable to people, to human beings, except maybe we start talking to aliens or robots. But as long as it's still human beings we are trying to speak to, that our audience, target audience, we will still look for things that are relatable, that are human. Okay. So, and your hub content is that type of content that helps you to do this, to be able to engage your audience, to show yourself, show your behind the scenes, tell your brand story, show your staff, show your inner workings, show what's happening. Something that is relatable to people. Some people can connect to say, okay, this is a real business. These are people, you know. Show a day in the life of, for instance, of a fashion designer, for instance. Um, you know, just show those behind the scenes type content. Okay. So your hub content builds brand personality and it makes people feel connected to you. It builds brand personality and makes people feel connected to you or to your brand. So the next one is the hero content. Like I said, this happens once in a while. It could be once in a quarter. It could be during a major launch. Okay. So it's always big, it's always loud, and it's always a campaign. It's a campaign style, and that will create buzz. You want it to create buzz. You want it, if possible, you want it to even go viral to gain attention on a large scale. That is what this hero, type content is about. And usually, it is done within a campaign.